All right. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about GameStop, Robinhood, and market manipulation. We're Martin and Chelsea Matthews. We got a whole lot of years of experience in the financial industry, and we want to help you to be informed of what's happening and what your options are so you can make the best choices for you and your family. So what's happening?
So first of all, if you haven't been paying attention, there's an epic David and Goliath battle happening right now between Wall Street hedge fund guys and ordinary investors who are trying to stick it to the man. So here's some really quick context, and we'll get into our content for today. So you have it centers around it centers around primarily GameStop shares. So if you guys like our content, please share this out anyway. But it centers around GameStop shares. Bunch of Wall Street guys bet that GameStop was going to go down to zero. It's called shorting the stock, right? They bet against the stock because they think it's going to go down. So because of this, people were like, hey, we're going to rally GameStop shares up. So a bunch of guys on Reddit got together and told everybody to buy GameStop shares, and it pushed it to go up. It caused Wall Street hedge fund traders to lose billions and billions of dollars. They did not freaking like that, right? They did not like that at all. That the thing that they were doing, that they've been doing for years, where they manipulate the markets and they can do all that, bet against stock and go in the media and talk negatively about a stock to make sure it goes down. They didn't like it, that people came together to push GameStop shares up.
Got a little taste of their own medicine.
So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to put all of that into context, talk about what's going on with GameStop, what's happening with Robinhood. Robinhood is an online trading platform that people use to buy shares, stocks, and also trade crypto. So what's happening there, and what goes on with market manipulation, how a lot of big Wall Street hedge funds and other Wall Street firms do it all the time and get away with it.
This is why I hate the market. Okay, in our business, we don't tell everyone don't be in the market, it's bad. But my own personal opinion, I don't like the market because of exactly what's going on. Market manipulation. People can get taken advantage of. The market can be manipulated. And so my whole philosophy is I don't ever recommend anybody putting money that you have to rely on in the market. Okay, imagine with all this stuff going on, people deciding what they want to make the stock do, that your money can go up and down. So think about if you had your retirement in something like this. Think about if you had your kids' college education fund in this, okay? And I watched this personally when I was 18 years old. I worked at E-Trade Securities, and this is when self-directed investing, when like you don't have to necessarily have a broker make all of the investment decisions for you. You get to decide what you want to buy and sell, which is what's happening now. Okay, that was a new concept. Back when I was 18, I worked at E-Trade Securities. It was booming, and people were excited, and they were making their own trades, and they were losing their shit. They were losing their money because they didn't know what they were doing. And I had to answer the calls to people calling up, screaming, yelling, and crying because they lost their life savings, they lost their retirement, they lost their kids' college education, and they didn't know what to do. And so we want to help to bring the right information to you guys so that you can make the best decision for yourself and for your family. Now, I'm not saying nobody should ever be in the market. I just don't think that you should put any money in the market that you cannot afford to lose or that you have to rely on. So if you have money to play with, if you have extra money, if you're okay with losing it, hey, all the more power to you. And it's fun. It's fun watching these ups and downs. But what I don't like is people getting taken advantage of, people being manipulated, and people losing the money that they need to rely on, because we want to protect our clients, we want to protect you, and we want to make sure that you have the right information to make the right decisions for yourself and your family.
Look, so if you want to have control around money, the first thing is you need to increase your knowledge on the subject, right? So, and I understand what people are doing when it comes to sticking it to the man with buying GameStop shares, okay? Because Wall Street guys do this all the time. It's why a lot of them, like, they're super private. It's not because they just like their privacy. It's because of shit like this that they do, and they don't want you knowing who they are.
It's okay for us,
They will make
but
billions
don't do
of
it.
dollars. Yeah, they will make billions of dollars betting against companies. Look, they bet against Tesla to fail. So all the people
man.
who bought into Tesla, like people who bought on Tesla stock, we love Tesla. We want Elon Musk to succeed. We want Tesla to win. We want the company to do well. But you have some guys, some hedge fund, and all he's looking at is, oh, okay, I'm going to go in the media and talk about how Elon's going to fail. I'm going to talk about how Tesla's going to fail because I'm going to make money when Tesla fails. Either I'm going to short it or I'm going to buy when it goes down and the share is worth little. That's how these guys think. They're looking at that not from an innovation point of view as, oh, what's Elon's doing? How can we support him employing people, right? Because if Tesla does well, what does he do? He employs more people. They build more cool stuff, and that's a free market system. So when you live in a free market society like we're being told the United States of America is, you let the people motherfucking trade, man. You let them trade. You let them push up GameStop shares if they want to. But what Robinhood did yesterday was Robinhood stopped the average investor from buying more shares, of using their own money to buy those shares and push it up. That's what they wanted to do. So Robinhood faced a class action complaint yesterday that people are trying to sue them because you stopped a bunch of people from doing what they wanted to do. The Robinhood says their motto is investment for everyone. Yet yesterday they stopped the average person, the everyman who wants to trade on there. They stopped him from doing what he wanted to do because they wanted to protect the big hedge fund guys who spent a lot of money on Robinhood to buy data from Robinhood.
This is where it's very important to be able to evaluate data properly, because this company, so their whole motto is, everyone, investing for everyone. But then when it really comes down to it, what are their actions saying? Yeah. And so it's very important for you to be able to look around at companies, at people, at businesses, and to look at not just what they tell you, not what they're advertising, but what do their actions say? Mm-hmm. And, looking at, like, when it comes to the media, looking at the information that's presented, and then looking further and finding out, like, what is the actual truth, so that you can have the right information, you can take responsibility, and then you can have more control. Because when things happen outside of you, you don't have control over it. It's being done to you. But if you educate yourself and you get the right information, then you have the power to make the right decisions. Now, I think the correct way is looking at companies. You can look at companies. We want everybody to flourish and prosper. We want everybody to win. We don't want to bet against people. But now, when you're talking about shorting a stock, if you're looking at a company and you're doing your, due diligence, if a company isn't properly running, if they're not handling their finances correctly, if they're not treating their employees right, and you see fundamental problems in that company, hey, that's fine to bet against it, but not to go and try to spread misinformation or try to go out and put people in fear and talk bad about a company to drive the price down. That's wrong. That is manipulation, and that's corruption.
And that's what these guys do. So Keon says, Robinhood, robbing the hood.
Yeah, man.
So yes, we got to send Robinhood a message that there's a new sheriff in town, and it's called the people. Look, yesterday they got pressured to halt trading, and they gave a BS excuse that, it's volatility, blah, blah, blah. They got pressured because Wall Street, big institutions, buy data from Robinhood on average investors. And those institutions use that data to be able to profit. So big companies, big institutional investors are clients of Robinhood, not just you, the end user, right? So you got to understand that. You got to understand market manipulation is happening. And what it is this is bigger than just the financial world. This tells you that people can get together and make things happen, right? The power of the people is extremely important. This is just an area where it's playing out. This is just a field where it's playing out, right? This financial field. But the power of the people, the power of making your voice heard is extremely important. And that's why I think this will encourage people to do more. They will come together, build bigger communities, come together and make things happen. Look, there's certain communities that you belong in, and a certain group you belong in. See how you can work together economically to make a bigger impact. Because as you're seeing, it can be done. And you can stick it to Wall Street. You can go out and win and do different things for your family. You can build a business that succeeds. And you can get into a better and stronger economic and financial condition. And one of the things we do is we want to tell you guys that we're doing a free financial literacy challenge where we talk about all these things. Building wealth is one of the building blocks of your finances. You're not going to be financially free unless you're doing things to build wealth, not just presently, but for future generations. So we're doing a 7-day financial literacy challenge. We'll talk about all these kinds of things in there. We'll talk about how to get your cash flow right, how to handle your debt, how to build reserves, how to
evaluate investments, like
exactly.
how to know if you should take part in something or not based on your financial goals and your financial situation. That's the biggest question that we get.
Yep.
What do I invest in? What's the best investment? Well, there's a multitude of answers to that question. We're going to get into it. We're going to deep dive into it in our financial literacy challenge.
Yeah.
So go and sign up now for free. We're starting soon on February 7th. You can go to 6buildingblocks.com/challenge. And when you sign up, you get a free digital copy of our book, Let's Fight About Money. So go sign up, 6buildingblocks.com/challenge.
Oh, and by the way, we're giving away $5,000 cash for this challenge. So for some of you guys who want to stick it to the man, you can come and participate in our challenge, win some money, and then use some of that money to go stick it to the Wall Street guys, okay? So we're giving away $5,000 cash, 6buildingblocks.com/challenge. Drop comments. Let us know what you think about this video, what topics you want us to talk about. What do you think is going to happen with the David and Goliath story of the guys from Reddit and other average people going out there and taking on Wall Street? How do you think it's going to play out? How do you think it's going to end? Drop us a comment, let us know, and don't forget to register for the free financial literacy challenge that we're doing. All right, guys, we will talk to you guys later.